Welcome to CloudSpace. My name is Seth Sharp.
I'm Kyle Justice.
And today we have with us Guillermo Sohnlein.
Hello.
And we're excited to have Guillermo with us because he's one of the co-founders of iSpaces and has a prolific amount of experience working in the cloud. He's been active for over 15 years in the internet and cloud-related applications, and has actually indirectly or directly been involved in at least 10 different internet startups. So welcome to our show.
Happy to be here. Thank you.
And one of the first things that at least I would like to know is, in the 90s when the internet was ground zero, just starting up, and you guys were all hanging out and things were happening, what was that like?
Yeah, that was an interesting time. Our first company was an internet company in 1998 in San Francisco, so basically ground zero of the internet boom. And it was a great time to be in computing. You know, it was a period that, you know, later became known as a period of irrational exuberance. And for us, it was really all about improving the world and taking the world to the next level of computing. You know, we had several paradigm shifts leading up to that. We had mainframe computing, then we had client-server computing, then personal computing, PCs, and the next evolution was really just connecting to the global computing power and storage, data storage that was available.
I see. So you were hanging out with all the nerds in San Francisco who were excited because they saw something that nobody else could see.
It was great because since I'm not a technologist, I was not one of the nerds. Yeah, we were all there. Yeah.
Excellent.
And how have you seen the internet evolve over this past 15 years?
The interesting thing was back then in San Francisco, we had everything to make that vision happen, but it was in a bubble. It was in San Francisco. And this had to be a global phenomenon. So over the last 15 years, working with a variety of companies in Silicon Valley and on the East Coast, and even watching other companies work around the world, we've seen kind of a slow realization of that original vision, right? We've seen the proliferation of broadband access. We've seen the proliferation of devices. So now we all carry around 2 or 3 devices. We've seen proliferation of businesses built up around applications on the web. And the biggest change over the last 15 years, though, has been really kind of embodied by you two, is people who have grown up, a new generation that's grown up with the internet as part of their lives. And that's really the key to making this really the huge paradigm shift on a global scale.
I have to remember there was a time there was no internet.
That's
I mean,
right.
was there ever a time that people didn't say, just Google it?
Right, exactly.
It probably
I
was.
don't remember.
I mean, there was have
time
to ask, someone like Guillermo. Who's
there was a time when Google was a noun, a company name, and not a verb.
That's super cool. So now, super exciting stuff happened. Now going forward, I'm hoping that it's just getting better. But what do you see that's so cool in the future?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is, for lack of a better term, decoupling the end user, like us, the human beings, from the infrastructure that provides all that computing power, right? So we've seen it happening slowly over time. The devices have been getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. But now the next step is to just completely kind of make the devices go away. So like right now, I probably have 2 or 3 different devices. They all connect to the internet, but they're only marginally useful. They're marginally useful to you because they're not your devices, right? Your devices are only marginally
your
useful
phone
for
doesn't
me.
help me.
Yeah.
Right. So eventually, in the next 2 to 5 years, what we're going to see is just the devices kind of going away and just the internet being there. And that's in large part what iSpaces is facilitating, is basically kind of the middle layer between the users and all that technology.
Of course.
So you don't have to worry about the technology.
Because with iSpace, you just go in there and you can use it and on any device.
On any device.
Very cool.
Yep.
So that means in the future, when I'm hanging out at your house, I don't need to have a phone. I just go up and use the refrigerator.
Exactly.
And then in the future, I use the air.
Or you just talk to your house.
Yeah.
I like that.
Hello, house.
As you're grabbing a beer from my refrigerator.
Excellent. So there you have the future. Sounds pretty exciting to me. Next week, we're going to be talking about Java. Very important in our current landscape. Before we go, thank you so much. That sounds super interesting.
Thank you for having
and
me.
Thank you, Guillermo.
Yeah, super excited about new uses for refrigerators. See you guys next time.
Bye.